Okay, I'm doing a video review of the MSI P43 C51 motherboard. If you look in here, I have a Triton 180 case, and I have a Q9400 processor hooked up with a rifle CPU cooler right here. So anyways, the motherboard configuration is pretty easy. It's slightly smaller than most mid-ATX size motherboards, as you can see. It doesn't reach all the way through on my case to the last row of screws. So as you can see, I have a HIS 5850 card in here, and it has one main PCI Express slot for the video card. And you have to be careful with the installation of the video card here, because depending on the kind of case you have, it could run into the hard drive cage. I actually removed my main hard drive cage in here for better airflow, and then I installed the hard drive in here. But other than that, the USB placement is actually much better. It's actually closer to where your cords would be. And of course the HD audio is further away, as it usually is, which isn't too bad. And other than that, everything else seems to be fine in terms of the placement of everything. The CMOS is in a good position as well. It's right over here. You can just kind of see it. It's hard to see. It's this green tab. So yeah, if you're curious how long this actually measures from the wafer, the total length of the wafer to the actual PCI connector connected as well, it's I believe 10.5 inches total. So yeah, here's the this is actually the case fan connector right here. So that's actually has some good placement because it's close to where the cords would come through. And then here's the CPU fan connector up here, which is in the typical spot, but it's also in a good location. But everything else seems to be in a good location. As you can see, I have a large rifle cooler, and the RAM is sort of sufficiently away from this, so there won't be any sort of heating issues coming from those two areas. And then the motherboard also comes with a sort of like an overclocking utility here, which allows you to change, I think, the settings from default to whatever you're going to change them to. It's actually these little white tabs in this red square. And as you can see, it has the standard USB connector ports. It has 6 of those. It has one Ethernet connector port, which is kind of a downside, but I mean, you don't really need 2 unless I'm not sure exactly what you use the second one for. And it has the sound output, and then it has your old what are they called? Your old connectors up there, the blue and the purple.